Hello guys, my name is Nabila. I'm currently studying in Jiduganka University. Today I will be classifying the types of carbohydrates. Before moving on to the main topic, let me introduce what carbohydrates are. So carbohydrate, the term carbohydrate was derived from a French term which basically means hydrates of carbon. And then they are said to be the most abundant type of organic molecules found on Earth. So the carbohydrate consists of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen are said to be in 2:1 as found in water. So the function of carbohydrates are they are said to be the forefathers for many organic compounds like fats and amino acids, and also said to be the most common source of energy. So, carbohydrates are classified into three types: monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. So, monosaccharides is also termed as simple sugar. So, monosaccharides are the fundamental unit of carbohydrates which cannot be hydrolyzed further. Example, glucose. Oligosaccharides. So, oligosaccharides are sugar polymers consisting of short chain of monosaccharides linked together by a glycosidic bond. So they can be hydrolyzed further, example like sucrose. Polysaccharides. So polysaccharides are complex sugar polymers with more than 20 monosaccharides. So on hydrolysis, they release the individual building monosaccharides unit. So polysaccharide is also considered to be insoluble in water, example like Vega starch. So monosaccharides can be branched into two types based on number of carbon atoms and based on the functional group. So the based on number of carbon atoms can be further classified into five types. Number one, triosis consisting of 3 carbon atoms, tetrosis consisting of 4 carbon atoms, pentosis of 5, hexosis of 6, and heptosis of 7. Now, based on the functional group, aldosis and ketosis. So, in aldosis, the functional group present is aldehyde of CHO. And for ketosis, they consist of ketone group, which is C double bond O. Oligosaccharides can be further classified into three types: disaccharides, trisaccharides, and tetrasaccharides. So disaccharides are said to be the most common and the smallest type of oligosaccharides. Example like sucrose and lactose. For trisaccharide, we got raffinose, and for tetrasaccharides, we got stachyose. So polysaccharides, which are also known as glycans, can be classified into two types: homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharide is composed of only a single type of monosaccharide, example like Vega starch and cellulose. Now heteropolysaccharides, they are composed of more than one type of monosaccharides, example like agar, chitin, hyaluronic acid. Now let us sum up what we have learned. So carbohydrates, they can be branched into three types: monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides can be branched into two types based on number of carbon atoms and based on functional group. So regarding the number of carbon atoms, they can be classified into five types: triosis, tetrosis, pentosis, hexosis, and heptosis. And based on functional group, they can be classified into two types: aldosis and ketosis. And for oligosaccharides can be further classified into three types: disaccharides, trisaccharides, and tetrasaccharides. And for polysaccharides, there are of two types, that is homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you and Tashidele.